Hi, this is Dave Young, Director and Founder of U.S. Fighting Systems, Arma Training, and a Co-Director of Vistalar. And I'm proud to announce that this year we're going to be rolling out our Tactical Fixed Blade Fighter from the Great America Tool Company. You know, I've worked very closely with them over the last few years in growing their Tactical Timberline brand knives, and this one is actually going to be a beauty. As you can tell, we've made this to be an actual fighting instrument. I'm sure you can do utilities with it, like cutting the grass and making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But if you wanted to actually kill the animal before you made that sandwich, this knife would do that trick as well. We designed it with some specific features I'd like to point out to you. Number one, the T-bone design grip. So when you're slashing and fighting with the knife, it won't slip out of your hand. It will help in forward thrusting, as well as when you're carrying it in a reverse knife pick. You won't be able to have it slip out of your hand, and it'll bite into the grip of your hand, whether you're wearing a pair of gloves or not. If you look very carefully in the back here, we have a close lever impact piece for breaking windows, marking terrain, and very close for close quarter fighting for striking joints. And we made it very rigid at the bottom, so you can also use it as a counter pressure device. For situations where you're not going to be using the forward edge of the knife, you're going to be using the grip end of the knife. If you look very closely up front, we have a wire cutter here. This is also going to add for a larger channel wound. If you make entry into a target based on twisting or manipulating the knife and you go to pull it out, it will take some internal organs out of the wound with it. We made a large drop point, and we made sure that the tip was going to be just as strong the whole diameter of the knife. So we made sure that if you hit something hard, it wouldn't chip off and break like some of the knives we've seen actually do that. So we made a bigger drop point. We also made it serrated towards the top. And this serration is going to help out with close quarter fighting, using it as a counter pressure device for ripping and shredding limbs. Also, it's going to allow for enhancing any channel wound that you may have if you're engaged in a knife fight. And again, we made this for actual survival strategies with a knife. For close quarters where your firearm might have failed or might not be accessible, being able to access a knife that you can count on. It's used for tactical operators. We designed it with military missions around the world, and we feel you're going to be very happy with this particular knife. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and get with me. I'd love to hear some of the testing and evaluations you've done with it. And let's face it, if you can't take a knife and stick it where you want to stick it and make sure it stays there, it's probably not a knife for you.